As president of American Baptist College, it is always important for me as president to share a message about the most central faith of the Christian church, and that is the meaning of Easter, the meaning of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. To speak about the resurrection without speaking about the cross, and speaking about the cross without reference to why Jesus was crucified on it, does not appropriately connect the dots between the cross, his death, and his resurrection. Why was he crucified? The empire, the Roman Empire, the traditions that shaped the power of the empire, and those who were trying to survive the empire, came together with forces that were against the vision, the love, and the justice that Jesus' life represented. Even to the point that the traditions that shaped the faith of the Jewish people in the first century, those traditions could not speak to the liberation and love that Jesus' life represented as he talked about it and taught the kingdom of God, the reign of God in all human situations, in all human structures, in all human systems, how the love of God should reign. And because that message of love, the reign of God, the kingdom of God in all relations, did not fare well in an empire that was dominated by power, that was dominated by greed, that was dominated by persons in authority, Pilate, the Caesars of the world, that were against the sharing of God's purpose for all life, because the Roman Empire itself became a substitute for God. It is important for us as we celebrate the resurrection in this season that we're in our country. It reminds me of a time when the theologian James Cone wrote in his book on theology, there is a period in which we're living where love is powerless, and where power without love seems to direct the way in which people think about our world. Powerless love and loveless power. We're caught in the tension between that reality. Jesus represented the understanding of God's love with power. Power that was able to change the way in which people lived their lives and how empires would treat the life of the people in community. But powerless love is always the threat to what it means for love and justice to be wed together to change the course of history. So what does the cross, what does the resurrection of Jesus means for our time? It means that God brought love and power together in the life of Jesus, that even in the midst of crucifixion and suffering, God raised Jesus, resurrected Jesus from the dead. And that power and that love continues beyond all of the suffering, all of the crucifixion that any empire could impose upon a life. Jesus' life was too large, too powerful for it to be held in death and in a grave. We must today be resurrection people. We must exhibit the faith that the love of God operative in our lives and the justice of God moving us to action is able and powerful to overcome all the injustices and human pain in the world. We need that vision today. We need that faith today. For our world globally and locally is suffering from loveless power and powerless love. We are facing challenges of Christian nationalism, who's taken the love of God and shaped it in the image of politics and ideologies and forms of power that does not represent the power and love that Jesus represented. We need to reclaim that power and that love because Jesus' life represents that love, and God has raised Jesus from the dead that sought to destroy it. Have a happy resurrection season, and may the resurrection and power of God's love remain with you and with our world. Thank you.